You don't have money problems, you have a habit problem. I didn't understand that until I was 20, and all I knew was that I was broke, I was stressed, and I was constantly worried about money. I wasn't blowing cash on luxury, it was on small little tiny stuff. $12 here, $35 there, and I was forgetting about all my subscriptions and eating out whenever I didn't feel like cooking. You know the drill, of course, right? What I learned was this: the little things that we do with money, these are going to be things that add up for us, right? And so do the habits that we don't have. Those are going to add up as well. So I made a decision that I was going to learn how to manage my money for real this time. And that is what I want to share with you today. The 5 habits that help you go from financially overwhelmed to financially confident. There's going to be no fluff in this video, just real simple habits that are going to change everything for you. Number 1 is your mindset. Let's start where things really begin, which is your mindset. I grew up hearing things like, money doesn't grow on trees. People like us don't get rich. If you have money, you better spend it now before something happens. Does that sound familiar to you? If that is the case, then those messages might seem deep, but before you know it, you start actually living this out. I didn't even realize it, but I adopted a scarcity mindset, which made me believe that money was something that I actually have to keep chasing and not holding or keeping. Here's what changed for me. I started exposing myself to new information. I was reading books, I was listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, and following people who were actually good with money and looked like me, talked like me, and had been where I was and actually where I want to be, right? It helped me believe something new, which was that I don't have to stay broke, right? I can learn this. I can create financial peace for myself and my family. And once that belief kicked in for me, I actually knew that there was a chance for me to be financially free. Number 2 is track every dollar. The first thing I did once my mindset shifted was I started looking at the numbers. And let me tell you something, it was humbling. Because when I put out my bank statements and actually tallied up how much I was spending on eating out, random Target runs, and digital subscriptions that I completely forgot about, it was easy for me to notice that it was a few $100s a month that I could actually save on other things and paid off debt as well. So I started tracking every single thing, right? I started with a simple notebook, and then I'd use an app like Mint. But the point was not how. It was that I finally knew where my money was going. And that was where zero-based budgeting came in. Zero-based budgeting means that every single dollar you have has a purpose, right? Groceries, gas, rent, savings, fund money, all of it is in your spending plan, right? Nothing is left unaccounted for. And let me tell you, once you start giving your money orders, telling your money where to go, you feel in control. Number 3 is stop chasing a lifestyle. Let's talk about lifestyle creep, okay? Because listen, this one got me. If you ever notice that every time you start making a little bit more money, you start spending a little bit more money, then this one is for you. For example, you get a raise and all of a sudden your old car is not good enough. Your new apartment feels too small, and then you start shopping just because, I got money. I used to call this rewarding myself, but what I was doing was trading my future peace for temporary pleasure. Listen, you don't have to spend more just because you earn more. So here's the rule you're going to make. Every time you get a raise or make up more, don't spend it. Don't increase your lifestyle, okay? Let your expenses stay the same, and that gap that you have, that gap is going to be the difference between your income and your spending, and it's going to be the seed to use to save, to invest, and to look at your financial future, your financial cushion as well. Delayed gratification is not about being miserable. It's about buying peace. And that's a flex that nobody can see, but you can feel it every single day. Hey, listen, if you're getting value from this, then go ahead and hit that thumbs up to let me know. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, because we're going to be talking about money like this all the time on this channel. And also drop a comment to tell me if you have any big money habits you're trying to build right now. And if you know someone who needs this message, please go ahead and share this video with them. Let's stop keeping this knowledge a secret. All right, let's get back right into it. Number 4 is paying off bad debt. Debt used to feel like quicksand to me, right? I would make a payment and I still feel like I'm stuck, especially with credit cards. No matter how much I paid, it wasn't going away, right? Interest was just piling up and making things worse. And I kept thinking to myself, I'm going to target this when I make more money. But the truth is that I had to tackle it with what I already had, right? I used what is called the debt snowball method. What is when you list your debt from the smallest to the largest, right? And then you make minimum payments on all of them. And then the smallest one, you start throwing all the money you got at that. And then once you knock that one off, Then you take all the extra money and put it into the next debt. And you do that over and over and over again until your debt is finally gone. And every time I actually knock one debt off, I actually get more energy, right? Enough confidence to push me to keep going and more room for me to breathe and feel like I am in control of my money, right? Because every debt you pay off means you can actually take that and put towards your goals, right? Which is investing in your future. This is going to make you feel better. Number 5 is building an emergency fund. Now, this one right here, this one is the best for me because it saves me from slipping back into the same old cycle. An emergency fund is not just about having a nice idea. It's about having protection. It's about having freedom, and it's about having breathing room for yourself. I used to treat my credit card like it was just, an emergency fund. I was swiping at every single crisis, and it made it so hard for me to move forward. So here's what I did. I started small by saving $500 and then $1,000. And eventually I built enough to cover 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. And do you know what else happened? My stress levels dropped tremendously because when something actually came up, like a flat tire, an unexpected bill, a job loss, I actually had options. Having savings is not about being scared, okay? It's about being prepared. And prepared people walk differently. They talk differently. They decide things differently. They don't make decisions in panic mode, right? They actually make power moves. So let's run that back real quick. Shift your mindset. Track every single dollar. Don't let lifestyle creep steal your progress. Pay off that bad debt even if it's slow. Protect yourself with an emergency fund. These habits might seem small, but they are life-changing. And you don't need perfection to start. You just need to make that progress today. So just keep going and know that you're going to show up for yourself, right? Because financial peace is not about other people. It's for you. It's about you. And whatever you do, know that you got this, right? Don't procrastinate and think about starting tomorrow. Start today and know that your financial future is your problem, not anybody else's. And until next time, please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. You got this.